Elite, from the fantastic David Braben and Ian Bell, was already a classic game on the BBC Micro back in 1984, but its arrival on the Commodore 64 the following year was a much more important event. Despite problems of conversion, the game had been improved and was still the same brilliant mixture of 3D space laser combat and trading. I remember breaking into a sweat as Elite loaded into the Commodore 64 the first time around. Would I understand how to play this game? Could I survive in the murderous space lanes? The truth is, it wasn't until a good few years later that I really understood this game, and now, as I settled down in my comfy swivel chair, I knew I was about to once again experience the game of a lifetime. At its most basic, Elite is a challenge to trade in certain primitive goods so as to make enough money to buy sophisticated weaponry. Once you've got yourself that armament, you can take on the universe in ship-to-ship combat, so as to improve your rating from harmless to the much sought after Elite. You begin your quest with 100 credits and must buy fuel and cargo. Once your cargo is complete, you're ready to find yourself a suitable destination and get into space, where you can get familiarised with your ship and practice flying. If you cut to the galactic chart, you'll find yourself in the bottom left of Galaxy 1. This game is huge. Just for context, there are 8 galaxies in all, and 250 planets in each one, so running out of planets is pretty hard to do. Launching your ship takes you out into a whole new world of planets, ships, space stations and asteroids. Ahead of you will be a planet, and if you use your rear viewer, you'll see the station behind. Left and right scans are also available, so you can see everywhere apart from directly above and below you. As you travel, space dust moves by you. Well, it's called space dust for the sake of realism, but the effect is of stars shooting past. Other craft may also appear, and, depending on their make, they may or may not be hostile. In general, unless you are near a space station, it's a case of shoot first and ask questions of the floating mass of space debris later. While you're near a space station, take the time to get the feel of your ship and to understand the instrument display. Your controls are left and right roll, which spin you on your axis, and climb and dive, which do just that. The roll controls are tough at first, but once mastered, provide excellent movement. To actually bank left, you must first roll left and then pull joystick back to climb, or roll right and dive. You can use either a joystick or the keys, but instead of listing them all in the video, if you're keen to learn, maybe check out the game manual, which I'll link in the video description. In fact, with a game like this, the manual is a necessity, and if you've come this far, then definitely check that out before even loading this game up on your Commodore 64. In short, however, the instruments at the bottom of the screen indicate your forward and rear shield strength, fuel, cabin and laser temperature, altitude above a planet, number of missiles, speed, orientation and energy. The shields and energy are affected by hits on your ship, and if you fire your own laser too much, it will overheat and fire less rapidly. The most complicated instrument is the flight grid scanner, which indicates where objects are around you and is vital in the middle of dogfights with other ships. It indicates whether a craft is above or below you, and in front or behind you, and whether it should be in view of your forward scanner. Trading is your key to success, since it enables you to make enough cash to buy highly advanced weaponry. There are 17 goods in which you can trade, although some bring better profits than others, and 3 are officially illegal. Items don't always provide a good profit margin, and you need to study the data on a planet before you travel there to determine the price you are likely to get for certain goods. Rich developed worlds will pay well for foodstuffs to support their high populations, whereas underdeveloped agricultural worlds will pay a king's ransom for technology. If you just remember to buy low and sell high, you won't go far wrong, although Bear in mind, a pirate can smell a valuable cargo from light years away, and you might have company very fast. Pirates, bounty hunters and mercenaries will use a wide range of ships including asps, cobras, furry lances, geckos, crates and mambas. Most of these are flown by experienced pilots, have nearly as much speed as you and are heavily armed, so watch out. Unique to the Commodore 64, there are the trumbles. These cute little furry guys will reproduce on your ship to fill the cargo bay, and also your ears with a cacophony of breeding squeaks. These could eventually stop you earning cargo, and even start appearing on screen, with the cute little bundles of fun may get in your way during a heavy battle or difficult docking. How you acquire them and how you eventually get rid of them remain two of the universe's closely guarded secrets, ones which only C64 owners can hope to uncover. I played this game for 6 hours at my first sitting, and was only dragged away from it then by fatigue. It is a brilliant game of blasting and trading, and is certainly the best game for the Commodore 64 if you're into this kind of stuff. It was truly unique in its time. The action is always absorbing, and as for the size of the game, what can you say but that this is truly a mega game? Big thumbs up. Thanks for watching, guys. What did you think of Elite? Was it too hard to get into back when you was young? Or did you immediately fall in love with this absolute classic? Hit the like button and let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if it's Commodore nostalgia you love. And remember, there are plenty of games already up there on the channel playlist, categorised into year and genre to easily find your favourites. If they're not there yet, then they will be someday, as we continue on this epic journey to revisit them. Hopefully I'll see you all in the next one, and who knows, it might just be your favourite game. Until then, bye for now.
I actually showed some of the 3D stuff I got to Ian Bell, and we talked about it. Because I was worried actually at that time. Bizarrely, games felt very... I was, and I think we both were, quite tired of games at the time. In other words, I mean, it sounds silly because you think that's right at the beginning, but games had reached a bit of a... I found them a bit boring, I suppose, that every game seemed to get a life at 10,000, seemed to involve you shooting various shaped blobs in some way, often with some slight twist like Galaxian, they move a bit and they swoop, you know, but basically they were very, very similar. And I think we both hated that. And, you know, why should you get a spaceship at 10,000, you know, an extra life? I might want extra bullets. I want to choose.